Because like I said before, you never can out-train a bad diet. You just cannot out-train a bad diet. No matter how much working out you're doing. Why did I start intermittent fasting? What started the process? Well, I'm going to tell you what started the process. Two factors, two main things happened to me why I started. One day, I was in the gym doing my sit-ups after one of my workouts, and I felt my stomach in the middle, it started to cone up. Like you got the abs right here, you got the middle section with like a little crease, but that crease started to cone up. And I found out that I had, excuse me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's called diastasis recti. You know, a lot of women that recently, gave birth to a child, a lot of them, they have that. And a lot of it comes because of weight gain, And so if you don't get that fixed, then you can end up having a hernia. Okay? So, and I found that out back, like it was, I believe it was like in October. Because I've been actually suffering, with that for a couple of years. But I never thought about it. But then one day I'm doing my sit-ups and I really, really felt it. Like it was, I couldn't even do like 10 sit-ups without that cone getting worse and worse. And so, fast forward about 2 or 3 months after that, I was sitting in the gym one day and I had 6 fighters. Well, I don't want to say all fighters, a couple of clients, but I had 6 people that did not show up to the gym. It was a no call. It was a no show. Nobody showed up for me. And everybody know I have 2 different bags. I have my coaching bag, stuff where I have my pads, my focus sticks, all my stuff that I use to train people I keep in that bag. But then I have another bag where I keep my stuff. My bag gloves, my sparring gloves, my cup, my headgear, all my stuff that I use to work out. And so I'm sitting in the gym and I have my coaching bag and I'm just literally just sitting there for like an hour and a half. No call, no shows. And so, you know what? I decided, I'm going to get up out of there. And so when I went home that night, it was a Friday. I went home that night. I said, let me get on the scale and weigh myself. Because I didn't get on the scale for a long time. But I got on the scale, man. That scale said 256. I weighed 256 pounds. I was so disgusted at myself, man. And it's crazy because, like, I was naturally always, like, just thick. Like, I never had, like, say 250. I never had my stomach hanging on my belly button. It was just real. It was bloat. For real, that's what it was. It was like a lot of bloat. I always felt bloated. And even when I got done eating sometimes, I always felt bloated, right? But I was 256 pounds. And right there, man, I got tired, right? And hold on, before I go there, let me tell you, I did go to my doctor, and when my doc seen me, she seen, she the one that discovered that I had diastasis recti. I had that, and it was recommended that I just lose weight. And by losing weight, it can actually make it go away, and I can do like, certain routines to close it up. But me, being who I am, I decided to go see a specialist. And so when I seen a specialist, when he looked at it, he said the same thing. I can either lose weight or I can get surgery to get it repaired. And so he wanted me to lose some weight. So he gave me like I believe like a 4-month window, 120 days to lose weight, then come back to see him again and see how it looks. And then we'll make a decision on what to do. And so, fast forward again. Now I'm sitting in the gym waiting for people to come. Nobody didn't show. So I'll go home, get on the scale. I weighed 256 pounds, man. I was so disgusted at my weight, man. That was a Friday night. So that next Saturday morning, I said, you know what? I'm going to clean my system out. Normally, I should take pills, like colon cleansings, to clean myself out, right? But I just said I'm going to fast. So literally, that whole Saturday, I didn't eat nothing. I didn't drink nothing. I just went for a fast. I just fasted. And I went a little over 24 hours on that fast. Now, that Sunday when I woke up, it's funny because I wasn't really hungry at all. First thing I did was drink some water, and I think I ate like some eggs or something. But then, after I drank my water and I ate some eggs, I wasn't hungry at all. I wasn't hungry. And so right there I said, you know what? I'm going to start eating once a day, man. I'm going to start eating once a day. That's it. And that's how I got started. And by me eating once a day, like I just did a video on that where I lost over 50 pounds within 5 months. And that's from intermittent fasting. Now, let me tell you, I don't go to the extreme with it because some people got that window where they might, it's like a 4-hour window or a 6-hour window or a 12-hour window where they fast. My window is just 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2-hour window. And within that window, I eat nothing but my lean proteins and vegetables. That's it, and fruit. And nothing but water. That's my window. Now, it's not to the extreme because say like within my window from 12 to 2, I eat my meal, whatever the case. Say if I go to the gym and get a good workout, work my people out, and I come home and I might get hungry. I might still eat a piece of chicken or eat some fruit or something like that, but it's not a full meal. So that's where my intermittent fasting is different than like a lot of other people's because I don't got that strict window. If I'm hungry, I'm hungry. If I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But limited, when I limited what I ate and what I drank, that weight just fell off me, man. Real talk. Nothing special about it. Now remember, it's not all about just not what you're eating. You still got to work out because I still get up every morning and I do my road work. At least 4 or 5 days out the week, I do my road work. I run between 3.5 to 4 miles. Okay? I'm at the gym every day. I work out every day. I work out Monday through Friday. Saturday's my only day that I don't do no kind of working out. I just relax, do my laundry, do my shopping, food shopping, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then, of course, Sunday is my worship day. You know what I mean? Whenever I can make it down to my place of worship, I use that day. All day I'll go worship. You know what I mean? But other than that, I go through my fast and I work out. So you got to put it together. Because like I said before, you never can out-train a bad diet. You just cannot out-train a bad diet. No matter how much working out you're doing, no matter how much sweating you're doing, if you're not eating right, your workout was in vain. Or the opposite. You might eat right all day, but if you don't sweat, you know what I mean? Or burn off what you put in your body, it don't count for nothing. So you gotta put it together, man. Like I was saying, like a lot of people, man, they take these magic pills and take these shots and they do all kinds of stuff expecting a magical result. Nah, man, you gotta put it together. You can do it straight, naturally. Eat right and sweat. Simple. And I believe that, man, as far as the breakfast law, man, but they say you gotta have breakfast. You gotta eat breakfast. Break your fast, eat breakfast. I'm not a breakfast guy. You know what I mean? And if I did, like right now I'm on a road trip to go see my daughter. I'm on a road trip. I scrambled 4 eggs, and I had about 5 pieces of beef bacon. And I don't eat beef for real, but like I say, I'm not an extremist. If I got a taste for it, I'm gonna eat it. You know what I mean? But I had 4 whole eggs, and I had about 4 or 5 pieces of beef bacon, a cup of coffee, and a mason jar full of water. That's all I had all day, and I got some water here while I'm driving, right? And as of right now, that's gonna be my meal. Now, when I get with my daughter later on tonight, I'm pretty sure my next meal will be within 12 hours of when I last ate. And when I do eat again with my daughter, it's going to be protein and vegetables. You know what I mean? Preferably a Caribbean spot. You know what I'm saying? Get some nice little jerk, some curry, get some cabbage, something like that, But I'm not going to do the rice. I'm not going to do the potatoes. I'm not gonna do no kind of bread, none of that, you know, and wash it down with nothing but water, you know. I packed my stuff. I got a nice case of water back there. I got my cashews. I got some pistachios in case I want to snack on something. I got that for my snack while I'm in my room, you know, stuff like that, man. So you just gotta put the work in. You gotta discipline yourself, man. You really gotta make a plan on how you're gonna eat and when you're gonna eat. But you just can't overdo it. And when you do it, you gotta make sure you're putting the right foods in your body. And remember, no matter what, you gotta sweat. You gotta put work in. You know, you gotta put work in. You can't get around it, man. But that was just a quick little breakdown on why I decided to get on my game and lose that weight, to start intermittent fasting. And I did leave a reply message to one of my subscribers in my last video where, you know, I said that intermittent fasting is not a lifelong thing, but let me correct that. It can be a lifelong thing. It can be, as long as you do it the right way, because your body do need certain, certain nutrition to survive. You know what I mean? So you can't just walk around all day just on an empty stomach. You know what I mean? So anyway, I just wanted to put it out there. That's why I started intermittent fasting, man. You know what I mean? Till the next video, y'all be good. Thanks for tuning in. Team Heat Boxing. Peace.